Welcome to today's lesson on Jiyuka, also known as freestyle. There is no definite rules that one has to follow in building a freestyle arrangement, but they are principles that we are encouraged to follow. And the material that we have in the curriculum will help us do that exactly. This introductory freestyle curriculum manual is a very important tool. It contains hundreds of illustrations of different arrangements, and it also offers tips as to how to arrange. If you don't have a copy of this book, you can order one through your instructor. It can only be sold through an instructor that has been trained in teaching the actual curriculum. You can contact us at ikebanaclub@gmail.com. In order to make an Ikebana arrangement, you must observe the material at hand. You must look at this flower material and see the beauty in it. See if it speaks to you, if it touches your heart. If so, then you can start arranging. In this arrangement by Professor Noda, he fell in love with the foxtail grass, and that's what he wanted to arrange first. He arranged it in a radial way, which means like it's floating in the environment. It's going with the wind. And he added to that the Japanese bellflowers and the heliconia. But there was still something missing. So he added the calathea, which allows the foxtail grass to come to full life on that background of the calathea leaves. Flowers have different characteristics. So you can see floating line in these foxtail grass. You can see the point at the end of the foxtail grass. You can see the surface of the calathea leaves. You can see the mass of the center arrangement where you have the Japanese bellflowers and the heliconia and the Japanese toad. So those are all characteristic of flowers which we will discuss later. When arranging a Jiyuka, you start with an idea, a theme. In this case, the arrangement on the left, which is my own arrangement, I was thinking of expressing the fall, the autumn, and I chose the material accordingly. I started with the maple vine because of its color, and I added to that seasonal flowers, the sunflower and the iris leaves, which have become yellow at the tip, which is part of the season. The arrangement on the right is an arrangement by Professor Nishida, and he composed it using points, line, surfaces, and masses arranged in a natural way. Two deep red roses stand amiably next to one another, creating the image of Valentine's Day sweetheart. This arrangement on page 17 of your manual uses vertical line of pussy willow and carnation, and the arrangement is grounded at the bottom with rape blossom. This arrangement from page 37 of your manual uses salal leaves and gerbera flowers as surface material, and at the bottom we found the purple status. All the material in this arrangement, the golden stick, the pansy, and the daffodil, are considered points. The large hydrangea flowers, as well as the accumulation of Solomon's seal, does represent mass in this arrangement. In this arrangement, Professor Noda uses daffodil as the center of the arrangement, and he has pyria branches flowing gently to the right. To accentuate that movement, he has iris leaves going in the same direction, and iris leaf on the left-hand side to offer balance of this arrangement, anchored at the bottom by Solomon's seal and Miyamayomena flowers. This is another arrangement by Professor Nishida. The vertical line of the gerbera curving the way they do are quite elegant, and they have different height and different space which create rhythm. The pothos leaves and the strelitzia at the bottom right creates unity and harmony in this beautiful arrangement. This example of a slanting arrangement is the work of Professor Inouye. It is composed of willow, camellia, freesia, miscanthus, and asparagus. You can see this arrangement on page 60 of your manual. It is entitled Arrival of Winter Birds. The hypericum leaves have been removed all the way from the bottom to the tip, making the tip look like birds. This is the second of my arrangements for this lesson. They will be used to illustrate a number of features: insertion point, height, size, depth, color, space, and asymmetry. In the first arrangement, I use only one kanzan, and I tried to insert the flower material as close as possible to the center and as tight as possible together to keep the arrangement somewhat clean. It is important to use the flower material at different length. The aspidistra leaf all have different length here. The same goes for the cone flowers and even for the viburnum berries at the bottom of the arrangement. This helps to create harmony in the arrangement. The same goes for the size of your material. The leaves are of different, there are some small ones in there. The flowers go from bigger to smaller as well. Depth is an important element, and it will vary according to the arrangement and where the arrangement will be placed in your house. For example, if the arrangement is going to be placed against the wall, then the back cannot have depth the same way as we have at the front. The same applies to the side. You could have depth on the right-hand side and the left-hand side. So it is important to make your arrangement look good from all directions. In Jiyuka, a variety of colors is quite important. You must always have green, for example, and here we have green, purple, red berries, and yellow flowers. The use of space is very important in Ikebana. We must have negative space. This is what gives life to the arrangement. So when you have branches that are filled with leaves, you must remove some of the leaves so that you can see the lines. You also try to arrange your flowers in a triangle so that everything is not in line. That is also quite important. And as we said before, remember the depth. That also is part of the space. A Jiyuka arrangement must be asymmetrical. Here we have balance, but we have more material on the left-hand side than on the right-hand side. The most important thing in Ikebana is to enjoy the time you spend in company of flowers. It helps you express your own feeling. It is relaxing. Enjoy.